Yeah, everyone, this is Thermite, and this is my reaction to Zetman, Volume 16. Okay, so you've got Konoha here, right? Yeah. I was thinking for a moment, like, is it someone who isn't Konoha? But that's her hairstyle. It'd be real weird if they gave someone else her exact hairstyle, especially now. No, she's got a raincoat on. It looks really cute, actually. So, maybe it'll be rainy? I don't know, actually. Was it raining in the previous volume? If not, we might have a small time, or not even a small time skip. I think we might just move beyond this day. It's so weird to think of that. Like, a lot of Zetman takes place on certain days, to the point where I'm like, oh yeah, a time skip, as in, passing, beyond this one day. So, in the previous volume, um, Haitani was attacking Amigi Core. Uh, well, not the core, just like the tower where all the rich people were in. Killed a bunch of people. Jin is on one stick of gum. He was just stabbed through the chest by that guy who I thought could have been Alpha's, but no, he wasn't, obviously. But like, I thought maybe he was like like he was based on the design of Alpha's, maybe. At the very least, he looks really well designed, so I think he might be like designed by that, the guy who designed Zetman and Alpha's. Apart from that, I can't think of much else. I mean, a lot of stuff happens, but I guess we'll just jump right into it. Oh wow, these are some really nice illustrations. Whoa. I really like this one of Jin. He looks really good. All right. Oh, translator notes. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So here's a problem. If they were willing to do this, why didn't they go back and fix alphas? Like, okay, I kind of understood this because, and like, actually, yeah, the version I read had this changed every single time. I always looked at the K for charisma, and they even put in a previous translation note explaining, like, oh yeah, this is important. That's why we're writing it like this. But if they were willing to do this, I know it would be more effort, but come on. Like, if you're a scanlation group, you probably still have all the PSDs of your old pages, right? It wouldn't be that... Especially since, like, it's just one word. It wouldn't change the typesetting that much because you're replacing that one word. Like, sure, it would mess up a few things here and there, but overall, come on, guys. Just use the word alphas the way it was meant to be written. Like, I understand why they wrote it as, the other version, because that is like the literal transliteration of the word. And even then, like, clearly, I don't understand why they thought it would be like, oh, alphas as in the Japanese transliteration, when clearly alpha and zet is supposed to, they're supposed to be playing off of you know, the Greek alphabet. Okay, that took way too long for you to say. Anyways, also, again, I didn't look at the chapter titles, but I did notice the number of chapters. So I guess this might be just what we're doing from now on, just longer chapters. I mean, I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah. Also, this rubble is really well drawn. Oh, this is so great too, because like over the course of the series, we have grown to like all of these characters. So, like, now there really is that bond of, oh man, we don't want this to happen again. No point if I'm not Zets. Okay, fair enough. Hmm. Ah, that's really good. There is no need for me to know. Right. And this even like, yeah, this shows a lot of distrust in Haitani. Because, the leader kept saying, yeah, we don't need Zet anymore. We don't need Zets. And Haitani was the one who kept saying, like, no, I think we still need Zets. But he's using his unsuitability as an... Oh, that's so clever. That's so clever. Oh, wow. Okay, that didn't even work. Oh, I love that, though. I absolutely love it when people try plans that don't work. Like, I know that sounds really strange, but, like, it doesn't happen that much in a lot of series. I understand why. Like, as someone who has tried to write stuff before, like, you don't want to waste space. You don't want to waste effort, basically. So what's the point in like describing a scenario that isn't going to work? The clearest option is always to, to come up with a cool idea and explain the idea and then have it happen, or have it happen and then retroactively explain it. It takes a lot more effort to do something like this, where it feels like, very believable that Jin's backed up into a corner. So it comes up with this very, this weak desperation plan, betting it all on something that wasn't going to happen. And then just by happenstance, something else manages to save him. So because that's so much more difficult to do, I respect it every time a writer could do that. All right, so he had the bug procedure done on him. Oh god, the bugs procedure. Sorry. Oh man, that is so cool looking. All right. Spensing justice. Oh man, and Haitani came anyways. That's really good. Okay, that's really clever actually. In the situation, the winner is usually the one who cheats. Oh no. That means that Alphas probably isn't going to win. But then again, actually, no, this dude is very honor-based. So if anyone is going to cheat, quote unquote, it might be Alphas. Like, he might not do it with the intent of cheating, but just he'll do something that was not that he wasn't able to prepare against. Oh, it's just a gun. Firearm is a coward's weapon. Hmm. You brought a gun to a sword fight. Oh man. Yeah, even with that, I don't think it's unfair, especially since they were always within close quarters. Like the reason he lost was because he just didn't think about the idea of him pulling a gun. Not because he came in when he wasn't aware and shot him in the back or something. He's kind of on our side, so don't sweat it. Fair enough. Honestly, the rich people might kill more of themselves than the bullets did. Just through, forcing their way out. Although, actually, yeah, that's pretty silly. They killed a lot of people with bullets, so never mind. Oh man, this is so badly shaded. Seriously, I really hope the Zetman gets a physical release at some point, because even with the substandard scanning and cleaning here, it still looks fantastic. It really does. It's already a fantastic, amazing series. If it had an official release, it might be one of my favorites. Oh man, I cannot believe this. Again, we are 16 volumes in. I know at some point we are going to get to wherever we were in volume 1, which I assume is going to be almost the end basically. But right now, Koga's thought process is completely correct to me. And it is moving in a direction where I can't imagine them facing off against each other. All of this, yeah, he accepts that Jin isn't human, but he has a human heart. He doesn't kill people indiscriminately. It doesn't matter if he is Zet or if he is similar to the players. In the end, because he is who he is, and because of the choices he's made, he is a good person. He is a just person. Also, was he really? It seems like Zet was created after Evol. I mean, you could still. If he's still spinning it to make it sound as if Amagi Core, from the beginning, wanted to create Evol, then maybe. But it seems like Zet was very much like a fluke or an accident. A bug, basically. Although, this makes sense. Also, yeah, should he bend knee to Evol, I will judge him. Yes. That's the thing, though. I didn't really think about it until now, but it could just be a clone. It would be such a weird thing to do, but I think I even mentioned this before. They brought up the point that if they clone Jin now, they'll all the Jin clones will also be incomplete Zets because it's down to his genetics. When he becomes complete, his genetics will change, and at that moment, he will be able to create more complete Zets, basically, if they clone them. That's what I'm assuming, at least. They just need that perfect Zet template, and then they could clone another. In that case, that flash forward could literally just be a clone that is being attacked by alphas. I don't think so, though. That'd be way too manipulative if it wasn't what we think it is. If we spent this entire series building up to that with these two different characters with two different perspectives, if it didn't culminate in that scene with those two, actually those two, it would feel like a massive ripoff, I think. So it's got to be them, but I don't know how in the world we would get there. This does make a lot of sense, though. Yeah, if you aren't willing to kill a human being for, committing an evil deed, why would you kill an evil for doing it? For the exact same thing. And yeah, I think it does come down to this this idea that, yeah, down deep in his heart, he does not believe that Jin is human. Or, like, he understands that Jin isn't human. And even though he believes on the surface, yeah, that means that I'm going to treat him the way I would treat a human. In the end, he does still see him as inhuman. He still does see him as, something that needs to be destroyed in the end. Like, you could argue that, well, it's different because, he is literally a weapon. He can do a lot more damage. But think about it like that. If you had a human who could just, do anything an evil can, basically alphas, like basically alphas. If someone took the alpha suit and, did a bunch of horrible shit, or like, just used it to fight on behalf of evil, would you kill them? I mean, some would say yes, some would say no. But if you feel bad about killing him, but you wouldn't feel bad about killing just any evil that was in that same position, then clearly it is due to their inhumanity. Like, that is what makes you feel better about it. Oh, yeah, that's right. They're probably still playing, the New Year special, which is probably just the Gaki no Sky, 24-hour Batsu for the year. That sounds amazing. Like, I like the idea of them playing this pre-recorded thing of a bunch of old guys getting slapped on their asses, and then cutting to just terrorism. Just, Amagi Core, and just like all these buildings around it, the Amagi building, just blowing up. Which also, yeah, this is Amagi Tower. This is that superimposing shot that we've seen. Well, not that shot specifically, but that superimposing building at least that we've seen over and over and over again from the bottom up. And now we're seeing it from the top down. It's just crumpling. It's just tipping over. That is going to be intense. Like, even more so than the mansion. The idea of seeing Amagi Tower destroyed. I hope we get a shot with that exact same, the exact same viewpoint we've always seen it from. Just to kind of like, to drill it home that, yeah, it's gone. Yeah, you gave up, you lost your ability to have her trust you. I hope the sprinklers aren't full of oil. Fuck you, boss. Yeah, that is the true state of Amagi Core. That's incredible. Daddy finally sees the company for what it is. You're all fired. And then, yeah, literally. Oh, he's got it. Jin will assume his complete form. Okay, oh my god, that is, oh wow. So it all comes down to him. He planted these seeds of doubt in his mind and then said, hey, here's what we need if you want him to become Zets, the complete Zets. You've got to stick this in him. After knowing everything I've said, knowing that, once you do this, if he turns to our side, you got to kill him. Also, this entire time, they've been more or less, like, they've been very believable when it comes to, like, everything they've said about Zet. So I feel like at some point, especially because it's Haitani, he could have, like, planted something bad in this, to control Jin. And they would probably be none the wiser because, because everything else they've said, like, all their other intel has been completely, like, believable. They haven't been lying about things. They haven't been, like, well, they've been manipulative, but they haven't been, like, giving people false information. Or they haven't been giving us false information. They've been giving, their pawns false information. But whenever it came to Zet, it's always been correct information. So if he's gonna pull off, like, a tiny bit of, a tiny little lie, it would be now, I think. It's always like this. You beat up and down for the count, me gazing down on you. Yeah, like, again, Amagi Core is ridiculous. They have an obscene amount of money. They go down, then Japan itself may go down with them. Oh my gosh. All these shots of different people. That is so cool. Oh man. Aw, she's so cute. Oh my god. Yikes. Yeah. It's moving. We're saved. I don't think you guys deserve to be saved after all this. Oh, he's stopping him. He needs to calm the fuck down. Oh, and again, he's blacking out. I don't think he can control himself. I think the next time we see him, he's going to be the complete Zets, right? What happened? What happened? Also, we know this is part of his body now. So, looking down doesn't mean anything. It's completely possible that he was stabbed through with the, with the complete Zets stake. And then his, just, this all healed up, but then this damage happened a little bit later. That's completely possible. Yeah, there really is no time. And I mean, this is a perfect Jin tactic. This is something that most people would not think of. And, like, he can do it because he's extra strong as well. But even strength aside, it comes down to just, like, fear. Like, do you want to be thrown? I'll consider it. Throws. Oh. Don't help him. This is an appropriate end for him. Oh yeah, that's right. He still hasn't. Whoa, of all the times to do a flashback. All right, fair enough. Let's see. This is such a clever way to do it. And also, again, we get to see one more shot of, how imposing Amagi Core Tower is. I absolutely love how the Murder Mansion could have been like the most isolated arc, but it really isn't. Like everything has really tied back to it, or like it was so drastically important, and now like constantly afterwards, we've been seeing just how important it has been. I love that so much. Like there are no isolated arcs in Zetman. It is all one continuous, well thought out story. That is so cool. Of course, of course. But yeah, so Jiro is completely true. He did want him to be, an emissary of justice afterwards. Ichiro was, legitimately an emissary of justice. And oh man, the one person I trusted the most in that entire arc, basically, was not trustworthy at all. You're not getting out of here until this is over. All right, fair enough. Oh, we got a jester. We've got a jester here. We do not seek to cause you bodily harm. Okay, this one has to be designed by the monster designer guy. Because all the others, like even some of the other G3s we've seen so far have looked kind of like G2s. Like they've been really cool monster designs, but they've clearly been like, take an animal, take a human, anthropomorphize the animal, then make it scary. But this is straight up just like a Sentai monster design. Like all the others have been kind of Rider-esque, I think. Like Rider tends to lean more towards like not natural designs, but designs that are clearly just like an animal mixed with something else. Whereas like this is just straight up like a jester. This is like there's no animal that you would use that looks exactly like this, and you just you make it anthropomorphic and it looks like this. Nope. This is clearly this is clearly designed too. Like there's so many more like just clean lines and whatnot on him. I'm wondering if those are the same. No, they can't be. I was gonna say like, are these the same balls that allow Koga's like flight to work? But that can't be, because those react like immediately with air. These just seem to be explosives. Also, yeah, this like bends. Oh my god, what a shot. What a shot. Oh no, is he gonna switch networks? I'll go remove the competition. Nope. They've got exclusive rights. This is incredible. Also, inside my head. Is he telepathic? Huh. That's something no one's mentioned so far. Yeah, you have no choice now. You've got to air it. Oh no! Oh fuck! I was wondering what this was supposed to be, but then, oh yeah. It's her coat and then it's her pills. Those were the two big giveaways. Oh no. Also, yeah, so this must be, for the anime. Oh, that is Zetman, Volume 16. I'm probably going to jump right to Volume 17. But man, holy crap, what a volume, what a volume. Well, bye for now. Nya nya.